Hello everybody, welcome into the channel. Recently I was given the opportunity to review the new R36T Max retro gaming handheld by the company AISLPC. I want to thank them for sending me this model so I could review it on my channel. It's kind of like the big brother to the R36T I reviewed a couple months ago from the same company. It's a great little handheld, over 18,000 games. I'll bring the camera in a little closer and show you all the new things it has to offer you, and we'll take a closer look. So let's take a closer look at the R36T Max Retro TV Gaming Handheld. This is the box it comes in, showing you what it looks like on the front and the description. And here's the back, giving you some more information on it, which is the operating system is the emulation. Processor is the quad-core Cortex A35, up to 1.5 gigahertz. System memory, 1 gigabyte. Emulators, that's just some of them. It supports up to 23 emulators or more. Display is a 4-inch 720 by 720 IPS full lamination screen for the resolution. Battery is a 4,000 milliamps per hour. Power supply 5 volt, 2 amp. Network 2.4 gigabyte Wi-Fi. It does support 5G over Wi-Fi. And additional features is the RGB ambient lighting around the joysticks and the OTG on-the-go wireless controller support, and does have online multiplayer over the same Wi-Fi. So there's the box with you. Here's the unit. It does come with this nice case, kind of a hard case, you know. There's the cord inside, the holder for it, gives you the manual, and just a nice feature to come with the box like that. And here we have the unit itself in this light blue with white buttons, and the R36T Max does come with 2 joysticks instead of the one like over here is the original R36T I got. Just to compare the screens here, this one here is 3.5 inches and the new R36T Max is the 4-inch screen, much bigger. Extra joystick, just for comparison. I did a video on that a few months ago on my YouTube channel if you want to check it out. But here's the unit itself. Here's the D-pad. Start button. If I can get that in closer. Select function, and here's your buttons here. 2 joysticks here with fully customizable RGB lighting. You can go in and change that. Here is the start button, power button I should say, and reset button. And here's the volume buttons up there. And let's see if I turn this right. Right there is the SD card. It's a 64 gigabyte TF card. There's DC and auxiliary headphone jack there. Speaker is right here. There's the bottom. On the back, it's got these nice little hand controls and the R1, R2, L1, L2 buttons there. And there's some more information there for you. Model number R36T Max in the nice light blue. All right, let's look at some of these features in here. Let's go to the all games. All games right there, 18,164. Then you can have your favorites. Then they have the Amstrad CPC games, which there's 26. MAME Arcade, 1596. Atari 2600, only 31 games. Capcom 1, 31 games. Whoops. Capcom 2, 36 games. Capcom 3, 4 games. Then we have PC Engine with 359 games. Nintendo Family Computer, 1623 games. Nintendo NES, 591 games. Nintendo Game Boy, 3,665 games. Super Famicom, 3,662 games. Super Nintendo, 1,329 games. Nintendo 64, 181 games. Oh. Game Boy Color, 2,070 games. Game Boy Advance, 1,080 games. Nintendo DS, that is 28 games. Sega SG-1000, 68 games. Sega Game Gear, 261 games. Sega Mega Drive, 1,217 games. Mega Drive 32, 21 games. Dreamcast 5. Neo Geo, 184. Neo Geo Pocket, 46 games. PlayStation 1, 23 games. PlayStation Portable, 27 games, and back to all games. So that's a look at all the games. Now we'll go into some of the other features it has. One of the great features of the R36T Max Retro TV Gaming Handheld is the CRT style screen it has here, which is curved like an old CRT TV. Looks great. All right, let's go into some of the settings. I would hit the start button here. And here you have the emulate settings. And you hit that, and this is where you could go in and change the LED mode. I have it on scrolling down there, but you can go in and change it to a bunch of other ones. Let's go in here, or you can turn it off. If you go all the way up to the top, you can turn it off, or you can turn to all these other different options. I usually just have it on scrolling. That way it scrolls through the colors down there like that. Then we have game settings. I'm not going to go through every single setting in here, but I'll go through them and scroll through them so you can see. And here's some user interface settings. This is the theme set is Retro TV. You can also change that to Epic Cody, which if I remember to at the end of this video, I will change it to Epic Cody to show you what that looks like. Theme configuration, display options, screen settings, list transition, game launch transition, show clock, on-screen help, battery status I usually have on all the time, with percentage. Let's see, all these other different ones down here. I usually don't change a lot of them. I keep them the way they came. Then we have controller settings. You can set up your controllers, your wireless controllers and things like that. Sound settings. There's the volume, music volume, all that good stuff. Then the network settings. This is where you would go into and connect your Wi-Fi network to this handheld. And if you have a friend or family member with another handheld, you could have them connect to the same. And you could have online multiplayer games, but you have to be on the same network and within proximity to each other. And then you can play together. Kind of neat. Game collection settings. This is where I have all 25 of the systems selected, but if you went in there and you didn't want some of them to show up on the screen, you would just uncheck them. Just some more, all kinds of options in here to change. System settings, there's the system. Information, version, all that kind of stuff. Battery percentage, temperature, time zone, English language, all that kind of stuff. And then here's after sales online support if you go in there. They have their website, AISLPC.com, and anything else you would need for help in there. And then there's the quit. So that's all the settings there. Let's go out of there. Now, I'll go show you some of the games now and play those. I did want to show you the two theme settings that you can set on this handheld. This is the retro look here. If you go into user interface, this is retro TV look here. And I was going to change it to Epic Cody to show you what Epic Cody looked like. So let's go in there. Let's hit that, change it to Epic Cody. And this is what Epic Cody looks like. So you have two choices. This is kind of more fancier looking, and it's got some background noises to it, if you like that. I kind of prefer the retro look to it, but this one's kind of fancy too. So this is called Epic Cody, and the other one is just the retro TV style. So I did want to go in and show you this feature here. So there you go. Epic Cody theme. I do have to say, the size of this handheld is pretty good. With the 4-inch screen, the curved grip design on the back, and my hands being pretty big, I can hold this thing fairly well. And it fits nice in my hands. It feels very comfortable. Now, you can go through the games either by the D-pad here or the joystick here, like that, or even in the back, the buttons in the back. All depends on what you want to do. Let's take a look at an NES game here. I'm not going to go through every single system with NES or for all the games because that'll just take too long, but we'll go into some of them. Let's see, what do I want to play here? Let's go to Castlevania. I know that one pretty good. There we go. Konami, Castlevania. Let's turn the volume up a little bit. Let's do normal. Don't want the volume too loud. Now I'm not going to play very long, just to give you a representative of the game itself. Have all your old, retro games in here, classics to play. With over 18,000, you really can't go wrong. There's so much to choose from. And you have the D-pad to use, you have the joysticks down here to use. Good old Castlevania. And a lot of people, they don't like the D-pad being circular like that. I don't have any problems with it. It doesn't bother me at all. I'll just go till I get to this next door here. So that is Castlevania on the NES. Now to get out of a game, I hit the select button and start button twice. And it takes me back to the thing. Then I'll hit B, that takes me back to the main menu. And let's just go to something else. Let's try a Super Nintendo game. Let's see, what do I want to play? And if you hold this down, it'll go faster. If you want to get, because there's so many games to look through. I mean, it probably helps if you know the name and the beginning letter. I would just hold it down and go like that, so it's faster to get to. Well, let's stick with Castlevania and go to Dracula X here. Whoops, don't that. There we go. Dracula X. 1995 Konami. Now with this 4,000 milliamp battery, you can have like 6 to 8 hours of gameplay, which is like phenomenal for a handheld. And it charges quite fast. So let's hit new game. And it does come with the Type-C charging cable. Just use that cable that it came with to charge it. All right, let's see. Let's go on from here. And it's nice to have the carrying case, so when you're through with it, you can just put it in the carrying case and not worry about it. All right. Some of these games I haven't played in a while. And I'm playing looking through my phone, so it is a little bit difficult. If I had this in front of me closer and I'm not looking through my phone, I'd be able to play it a little bit better. Oh, wrong button. I didn't see that bat. So there's the Super Nintendo, Dracula X. Hit the select button, start button 2 times, takes you back. Hit the B, takes you back to the main menu. All right, let's go to, now, some of the games, not very many, but some of the Nintendo 64 and maybe like the PlayStation Portable, you might run into a little bit of lag in the game to where it's choppiness. So just take that into consideration. But a lot of the older, you know, NES, Super Nintendo, Sega Genesis, all those types of games should run perfectly on this. Just some of the newer ones you might have problems with. I don't know. Let's go into a Game Boy Color. I never had a Game Boy growing up. So these little handhelds are nice to have because it acts kind of like a Game Boy. And if you can get all the Game Boy games on here, yay, why not? I don't know if Asteroids is, I don't really know a lot of these games, so let's just pick something I know. Do they have a Castlevania on here too? Doesn't look like it. But there's so many to choose from. There's Aladdin. I don't know. Donkey Kong Country on Game Boy Color. Have never played it. That's what's so fun about these. There's so many games and so many they haven't played. It's pretty cool to have. Press start. Now, okay, let's go. throw it. Get Diddy Kong in here. Not doing too good. I missed that letter up there. Made it to the end. All right, so that's Game Boy Color and Donkey Kong. I'll just go through a couple more. Go back to the main one. Let's see, there's Game Boy Advance, Nintendo DS. Let's go to Sega Mega Drive. Let's pick something off of here. Do they have a Castlevania just to see? Or there's Batman. Whoops. You can also change within consoles just when you're in looking at the games as well. So I keep doing that. Oh, there is Castlevania Bloodlines. Let's try that. Gotta love all the Castlevania games. Let's play with John Morris. Now this one I can use the joystick down here if you want. I'm more familiar with the D-pad, so I usually just stick with that. Don't like that character. Gotta go down the stairs here. And he got me. Looks like it froze. Let's try to get out of the game. Something happened to that game. That will happen from time to time. It was working well up to that point though. Let's go to one more. Let's see. How many of this PlayStation have? Let's try. Whoops, change it again. Let's go to Crash Bandicoot 2. Always fun to play Crash Bandicoot. New game. One year later. Let's get into the game here. Don't want to take too long on this video. All right, so let's go. Can I go past this? I guess not.
But I rather expect a written invitation would have been turned down. I need your help. Surrounding you are a series of 5 doors. Through each door lies a well-hidden crystal. The crystals look like this. Bring me the crystals, Crash. That is all I will say for now. We will speak again.
All right, let's just go back behind me. See if I can finish one level. All right, that's jump. What's spin? Oh, that's spin. Okay. Oops, I gotta go back this way. Now this is probably better used with the joystick here. Bonus stage. See if I can do this on this. Oh, I died. Checkpoint. All right, that's enough of that game. I don't want to make this too long. But anyway, that's Crash Bandicoot on the Sega Genesis. Go back to home. Press B, go back to main title. And that's all your games. I don't want to go through all of them, but you know, there's all these games. I'll go through them again. All games, there's over 18,000. Atari 2600, Capcom's, PC Engine, Nintendo Family Computer, NES, Game Boy, Super Famicom, Super Nintendo, Nintendo 64, Game Boy Color, Game Boy Advance, Nintendo DS, Sega SG-1000, Sega Game Gear, Sega Mega Drive, 32X, Dreamcast, Neo Geo and Pocket Neo Geo, PlayStation, and PlayStation Portable. So there you have all the games. This R36T Max retro TV gaming handheld is awesome. I think anyone that would get one would have a fabulous time with it. It's just great. I love the CRT look. It comes in many different colors and button colors. I will put their official website link and their Amazon link in the description of the video and probably in the comments, so you can check that out. So I'll give you my final thoughts here. So if you love retro games like I do, you can't go wrong with the R36T Max Retro TV Gaming Handheld. Over 18,000 games? You couldn't ask for more than that. Good representative of all the consoles too, retro consoles that is. Many different color choices. I will put their Amazon link and their website link, AISLPC, in the description and comments below if you want to check those links out. And I want to say thank you to AISLPC for sending me this to review on my YouTube channel. I appreciate that very much. And loved it. Can't go wrong. Pick one up for yourself. I want to thank you for tuning in, watching the video, and please subscribe to the channel if you're not subscribed. I appreciate that. We will see you on the next video.